We never heard anyone coming to this world laughing. Everybody is born crying. This is the world. It gives you nothing but brokenness and tears shedding from your eyes. Yet so many people still love the world, and they don't want to do anything else but cling onto this vanity of all vanities called this world. The struggle with our father Jacob was, number one, he loved Rachel. The Lord said to him, in order for you to truly struggle and strive in life, I will have to take Rachel away from you. The only way, Jacob, that you are truly going to struggle, in order to strive, to move forward, to succeed in life, I have to take Rachel away from you. Now, I want to draw your attention to a very specific point here. You see, when Jacob heard that his brother Esau is coming with 400 armed men with him, he got scared. Esau's coming with 400 armed men. So what did he do? Jacob lined up first his 2 female servants and their sons. See, Esau wasn't coming just to say hello to his brother Jacob. If he was coming just to say hello, why would he come with another 400 armed men? So definitely he was coming to kill his brother Jacob. Why? Because Jacob stole Esau's blessing, because mom told him what to do in order to steal his brother Esau's blessing. So Esau said, I will not give up until I behead my brother. I'm going to kill him. So he was coming with 400 equipped and armed men. Now, the moment Jacob heard this news, fear engulfed him and said to himself, what shall I do? My brother's coming with 400 equipped armed men. Again, he used his head. You see, Jacob's mistake, all of his life, he relied on his intellect. He always used his head in everything in life. Did not seek God's counsel. He relied on his intellect. So again, he is relying on his intellect here. He said, what shall I do? So to his genius way of thinking, Jacob said, well, this is what I'm going to do to ease the situation and calm it in order for my brother not to kill me. I'm going to prepare for my brother Esau 3 gifts. Each gift, let's say, equivalent of today's monetary value, $250,000. Each gift, $250,000. And then he said, I'm going to put a distance between this gift and the next 2 kilometers. So I'm going to send the first gift with some people with it, and then when they pass those 2 kilometers, I'm going to send the other gift. And another 2 kilometers gone by, I'm going to send the third gift. One after the other, each one gaps is 2 kilometer gap between this gift and the other one. But each gift valued up to $250,000, $250,000. Now the first gift moved with people with it. Esau meets these people along the way. He's coming to meet Jacob. So along the way, these people come with the gift. So Esau meets them and he says, who are you and where are you going? They said, we are the servant of Jacob, your servant. And we have a small gift from your servant Jacob to his master Esau. Wow, look what he taught them. He said, we are Jacob's servants. And this is a small gift from your servant Jacob to his master Esau. They're brothers, but he said, tell him I'm his servant and he's my master. Jacob thought that once Esau sees the first gift, his anger will go down at least by quarter. He's now 100% angry. He sees the first gift, $250,000. That's going to calm him down. So a quarter of anger is going to go down. So now Esau walks another 2 kilometers. He meets more people, and he asks him the same question. Who are you? Where are you going? They said, we are Jacob's servants, and this is a small gift from your servant Jacob to his master Esau. Then now his anger goes down to 50%. And then the third gift, Jacob is really doing quite well here. He's saying now, with the third gift, definitely Esau's anger is now 75% less, which he got it totally wrong. Now again, the third gift is from your servant Jacob to his master Esau. Now the anger is definitely gone down to 75% according to the genius Jacob. But what Jacob did not realize and never thought of, because he used his head only, did not seek God's help, he did not realize that when Esau saw the first gift and saw that it's worth $250,000, straight away he said, well, I just wonder how much capital Jacob has. Since he stole my blessing, look how much God has blessed him. He's given me a small gift, and the small gift to him is worth $250,000. Well, thank you, Jacob, for stealing my blessings, because it was mine. I would have been the rich man. Because you stole my blessing, now you've got all the richness and the success in life. This time, definitely I'm going to behead you. If there was 1% chance that I would change my mind and not kill you, now that 1% is gone. Thanks to you, Jacob. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you, because now I'm really angry. You steal my blessing and you get all the success, and I come out with nothing. I'll fix you up. So many times we behave exactly like Jacob. We receive a blessing and we put on a show before everyone. Look what I have. Thinking that by putting on a show in front of everyone, you are going to gain their favor. It's quite the contrary. You're creating enemies for yourself. So when God blesses you, you don't go and let that trumpet blow before the whole world. When God gives you something, you keep it to yourself. It is between you and God. All the people are not in need of knowing what God has given you. But you see, the reason why we do that, because we want to be boastful about it. Look at me. God gave it to me, not to you. Look, I'm driving a Mercedes Benz. When I'm coming to getting married, maybe a multimillionaire. Marriage will cost me a couple of $1 million. Relax. Why are you putting on a show? Do it normal. You see, marriage is not about $2 million wedding. Marriage is about two hearts coming in unity with the heart of Christ. It's not about putting on a show. Look at my face now. Look at my dress now. Look at my voice now. Look at my diamond ring now. Look at this. Look at my house. Look at my Ferrari. Don't be boastful like Jacob. Don't use your head. Let God guide your steps in this life. Let God guide your steps in this life. Don't take it into your hands. Jacob thought by giving presents to his brother is going to calm him down, not realizing it made him more angry now. So now Jacob has heard that his brother Esau is coming with 400 armed men. He said, well, I need to get ready now. Well, I've sent the 3 presents now. The first one calmed him by 25%, the second one by 50%, the third one by 75%. By the time he gets here, that last 25% of his anger would have evaporated. Not realizing he's now fuming, a volcano about to erupt upon Jacob. So what does the genius Jacob do? And I should say our father Jacob, because at the end he's a saint in heaven. But it's a lesson. We are all Jacob. Don't be offended and upset with Jacob. We are all the same.